This news update is brought to you by
This is the 7 a.m. Barbados Today update for Monday, August 11th, 2014. Good morning, I'm Carol Williams. Police are today appealing for help from the public following the death of a 20-year-old man who was shot. According to lawmen, the youth died at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital sometime after being dropped off at the Accident and Emergency Section by unknown men yesterday. He received the gunshot wound to his chest. Police are appealing to anyone with information to telephone the police emergency number 211 or 430-7189. 19-year-old Julian Omari Cave is due to appear in the District B Magistrates Court today, charged in connection with two shootings late last month. Police say the Parishland St. George resident is facing charges of wounding with intent, endangering life, and using a firearm without a valid license. Lawmen say the accused was at a beer fest event being held at the Glebe Playing Field, St. George, when an argument ensued. 18-year-old Jamario King and 50-year-old Lavistine Calendar was subsequently shot. King received gunshot injuries to his upper body and was taken to the QEH, where he underwent emergency surgery and was detained. Calendar received a non-life-threatening wound to his stomach. In other news now, bad move. Social activist Robert Clark says former Prime Minister Owen Arthur made a bad judgment call when he resigned from the Barbados Labour Party just over 2 weeks ago to become an independent candidate. Clark, a senior attorney, is charging that Arthur's move was another attempt to crush leader of the opposition Mia Mottley, and he is insisting that Arthur should have stayed within the BLP fold. Clark warns that the former Prime Minister would fail miserably if he attempted to contest the next general election as an independent candidate.
If one runs again, he can't get 100 votes. Because most of the votes of both members in Parliament are party votes. Neither one of them can get as much votes as I get in the election I ran, 94. Neither one of them can get 94 personal votes. They get party votes. You know, I can vote for your party because you're going to give me back something in the end. We have a corrupt system. It's so corrupt. It is unbelievable that Barbadian people don't even look at it historically.
On to education now. The University of the West Indies Cave Hill has finally unveiled its payment plan for students who now have to pay tuition fees for the first time. Under the plan, full-time students in both undergraduate and postgraduate programs for the 2014 to 2015 period will be allowed to make 10 monthly payments starting from this month. But UE says the plan should only be viewed as a last resort, and it only applies to students in good financial standing who are unable to secure the total tuition for the upcoming academic year. Additionally, interested students will have to provide evidence showing they were unable to secure the total tuition for the academic period. Blame parents, not the Ministry of Education. Parliamentary Secretary Senator Harcourt Husband says it's time that parents own up to their failures in raising the country's children. He says the ministry cannot be held responsible for the number of bullies and errant children.
The majority of the problems are related to poor parenting. Whatever the issue confronted, they say yes, we at the ministry are not doing enough, yes, the teachers may not be doing enough, but whenever they get to the meat of the issue, they always identify the issue of parenting as being the most important, the key element in either causing the problems that our young people face or helping to resolve them.
Senator Husbands was speaking at this weekend's launch of a one-month anti-bullying program organized by Sheraton Mall. Into sports now, Barbados Tridents have secured a spot in the finals of the Limacol CPL after defeating Jamaica Talawas by 88 runs at Warner Park St. Kitts yesterday. The Tridents mounted a strong defense of their 175 for 8 of 20 overs, bowling out the Tallowers for 87 runs in just 15.3 overs.
We came here, we were fourth on the table, and obviously Jamaica and Trinidad were the teams, going through. We stuck to our guns. We believed in weekend as a team that, what we can do. People thought it was a brave decision to bat first, but runs on the board in a semi-final like this, or a virtual semi-final, there's always going to be pressure.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Catch the sun power.
To the region now, Venezuela is closing its borders with Colombia at night, effective today. The move aims to stop the large-scale smuggling of goods produced in Venezuela, including petrol and food, which Caracas says are being sold at much higher prices. Colombia has reportedly agreed to the border closure. And finally, on the international scene, all eyes are on Israel and Palestine as a 3-day truce goes into effect in Gaza. Israeli media were reporting warning sirens from rocket attacks right up to the new ceasefire deadline. And Israeli airstrikes also continued through yesterday evening. Egypt brokered a similar truce last week, but fighting resumed after the 3-day window ended. It's hoped that this latest truce will help negotiators agree to a longer period for peace. And on that note, we end our 7 a.m. Barbados Today update. We will be back again at noon. Until then, remember to log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper and email updates, or better yet, like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you for the latest news and sports. I'm Carol Williams. Have a wonderful day.
This news update is brought to you by